I'm so excited to share this video with you. Before we get started, I just want to say, I hope you're having a great day, and that you enjoy this video. If you do, please like and subscribe to my channel. I will love you forever. How Bitcoin works. Bitcoin is more than a digital currency. That may be used to make payments, or held by investors in the hopes of seeing its value rise. It's also the first open source decentralized peer-to-peer network that enables users to send money directly from one party to another without needing any third-party intermediary. There are no banks or credit card firms involved, therefore this is a good thing. Rather, users are responsible for maintaining the Bitcoin network as a whole. And, because all transactions are recorded on the blockchain, which is a public ledger, they can be tracked back to their source, making Bitcoin incredibly transparent and safe. There are many of these ecosystems. Operating on the internet today. But because Bitcoin was the first, understanding what makes it function and how it works is critical. Learn what goes on behind the scenes in the Bitcoin network to better comprehend this digital phenomena and how it affects global finance. The Bitcoin blockchain. The Bitcoin blockchain is a decentralized database that holds data about all the transactions that have ever taken place on the Bitcoin network. Every 10 minutes or so, a new block is added to the chain, which contains information about recent transactions as well as a connection to the preceding block in the chain. The blockchain is distributed over thousands of computers throughout the world, rather than being held on a single central server. Instead, each computer maintains a duplicate of the blockchain. The process for adding new blocks to the blockchain is called mining because it requires significant computational power. See below. Each block contains a header and a body. The header contains metadata about this particular block, such as who created it and what timestamp it has, and then there's some extra space for any other information we might want to add in future versions of this block. The body contains all of our transaction data, who sent what to whom and when they did so, and how much money changed hands. Bitcoin mining. Validating transactions and producing new blocks on the blockchain are both part of the Bitcoin mining process. Application-specific integrated circuits, ASICs, are computers or devices that are specifically developed for mining, ASICs. An object's fingerprint is its hash, unique, it's immutable, and unchangeable. A Bitcoin reward is given to a miner who successfully solves the hash for a block of transactions. Other miners check the block's validity by solving the same hash in order to verify that the solution is correct. The first miner to solve a hash is rewarded with 12.5 bitcoins and the new block is added to the blockchain. This is referred to as mining. Each block contains one or more unspent transaction outputs, which are transactions that have not yet been confirmed by miners before being added to the blockchain ledger, UTXOs. Because all UTXOs have been hidden from miners using cryptography techniques like public key encryption and ring signatures, a mechanism used by Monero, miners must decide which UTXOs to include in each block without knowing what prior transactions were. Halving. For solving the hash, miners were first paid 50 BTC. The reward was reduced by half to 25 BTC after 210,000 blocks. In 2012, this happened. The prize was then reduced to 12.5 and 6.25 BTC in 2016 and 2020, respectively. The next halving is projected in 2024, when the payout drops to 3.125 BTC, followed by a drop to 1.5625 in 2028. At that point, all 21 million bitcoins will have been mined, and miners will be completely reliant on fees to keep the network running. Key. A bitcoin is a digital currency that exists only online. It's a form of money that you can use to buy things, or send to other people. At a bitcoin price of its core consists of data that has been ascribed ownership. When you make a transaction, such as sending money to an online store using your debit card, data ownership is transferred. To transfer or receive Bitcoin, you use your wallet, which is a smartphone application. When Bitcoin is assigned to an owner via a blockchain transaction, that owner is given a number, which serves as their private key. When someone sends you Bitcoin, they use your public address, also known as your public key, which is similar to how they input your email address in an email. Wallets. Bitcoin wallets are software applications used to view your balance, send or receive Bitcoin, and locate your Bitcoin on the blockchain. The blockchain is a public ledger that contains chunks of Bitcoin. Because Bitcoin is made up of data inputs and outputs, it is dispersed throughout the blockchain in bits and pieces from prior transactions. Your wallet app locates them all, adds up the sum, and displays the result. Custodial and non-custodial wallets are two types of wallets. A custodial wallet is one in which your keys, such as an exchange, are held by a trustworthy entity on your behalf. When you open a Coinbase exchange account, for example, you can choose to have them act as custodians for your keys. Non-custodial wallets are wallets where the user takes responsibility for securing their own keys, for example, with a mobile phone application connected to the internet. Bitcoin transaction. You're carrying out a transaction when you transmit or receive Bitcoin. To send a coin, you must first enter the recipient's address into your wallet program, then enter your private key and accept the transaction cost. Then press the Send button on your keyboard. Because transactions are queued in a mining queue called the mempool, the recipient must wait for the transaction to be validated by the mining network, which can take up to 30 minutes. Bitcoin security. Bitcoin is a new form of currency that uses blockchain technology to allow for peer-to-peer transactions. It's used as a digital currency, but it's also known to be a store of value. You don't need to comprehend all of the components that make up Bitcoin's ecosystem in order to use this new kind of money. You simply need to know how to send, receive, and store Bitcoin keys. But, because non-custodial wallets can be hacked, you should employ cold storage methods for protection. Custodial wallets can also be hacked. However, many companies that provide this service take precautions to prevent hackers from gaining access to their storage systems. The majority are turning to enterprise-level cold storage systems, which are used by corporations to keep critical data for long periods of time. Many people are concerned about Bitcoin's level of security for good reason. It entails swapping money for the ownership of encrypted data. It's worth noting, however, that the Bitcoin blockchain has never been hacked due to the community consensus procedures in place. How does make money from Bitcoin? We want to make sure you know what you're getting into if you're considering about investing in Bitcoin. Bitcoin was created as a payment system for everyone, not as a way to make money. Some people, on the other hand, use it as a source of income. This is extremely dangerous, and you should only do it after consulting with a skilled financial counselor about your specific financial situation. Can Bitcoin convert it into cash? Some exchanges will allow you to withdraw your Bitcoin in exchange for cash, while others will only allow you to purchase other currencies with your Bitcoin. If you're looking for an exchange that will let you directly convert your Bitcoin into cash, ExchangeName is a good option. It's also worth looking into Bitcoin kiosks. These are ATMs that will allow you to withdraw cash in exchange for Bitcoin. Like and subscribe the channel. Give comment in case of any questions and confusions.